there ends up being a miscommunication because they assume that we know what they want, what they're thinking, what they like. And as a partner, you should understand that to a degree. But we also ain't mind readers,
We're
right?
not fucking mind readers.
So I say to her, I said, so what about, I said, granted, as men, we should be paying enough attention to our significant other. Any partnership, you should be paying attention to your significant other.
Right.
To see what makes them tick, what makes them move, shit like that. However, like he just stated, we ain't mind readers, right? But what about it? I want to ask your perspective. Like, what do you think it is about for the girl that even when she knows exactly what she wants, she'll sit there and be quiet and get mad at us and wait for us to figure it out, knowing that we ain't figuring it out, right? And then hold it against us on the back end. Like, what do you think it is from their end that makes them feel like they don't have to communicate that to it, which would just solve the problem and let us go forward? Like, I can see, you know what I'm saying? Or do you think, like, what do you think it is?
So I think in that aspect, for a lot of females, it's like my mom and dad used to tell me when I was a kid, you know, if I gotta ask for an apology, then I don't want it.
Okay.
So I say that to say, if I gotta tell you what I want, if I've shown you, if we've been together for a while and you don't know that my favorite cereal is Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and I gotta tell you that every single time, then no, I'm not gonna tell you. I expect you to just know that that's what I like. You feel what I'm saying? And if you don't know, and I have to tell you, then that's gonna get annoying after a while. So I feel like females think that men need to be more mindful of paying attention and mindful of the, what they call them, the little details, the small details in the relationship, because you know they like to think that little shit like that, you know what they say, the little things matter.
Yeah.
Shit don't fucking matter.
It don't.
We're not fucking mind readers. And I feel like in respect of that, women have to realize that men are very direct. We're very direct. You tell me what you want, I fix it. You tell me what you need, I go get it for you. I'm not about to sit here and hit you with the Professor X fucking stare and you see the circles vibrating from my fucking head trying to read your fucking mind. I'm not doing that. If you can't open your mouth and communicate to me what you want, closed mouths don't get fed.
110%. I agree as well. But the other thing is, too, I think on the flip side of that, a lot of times you catch, and we're also not built to like communicate what we want like that either, right? Like I'm saying, like
As
a lot
a
of
man,
as a
no.
man, not a lot of times, right? So it's like,
If I want something, I'm gonna go get it myself. I ain't gonna tell you I want it. I'm just go get it.
But on the other side, it's like they want that communication too. I just think it's unfair. I think we got to get that pride out the way. I always say to people, like you get those girls that be like, "Oh, I'll never approach a man first," or
Fucking
I'll
weirdos.
never ask to go on a date or try to plan a date. That's what
Fucking
that's
weirdos.
what the man is supposed to do. A lot of
Fucking
females,
weirdos.
I just ran into that like a few. Like I ran into that a few. Like a
Y'all
few,
want
like a
that
year back.
traditional shit. Y'all want
Yeah.
that shit where a dude gonna come up to you and talk to you and all that and try to court you and all that. But my thing is, y'all want to have your fucking cake and eat it too.
Mm-hmm.
You want a man to do traditional shit, but then you don't want to turn around and be a traditional female. You want to be independent and have your own shit and do your... No, that's not how that shit goes. If you look at those old school relationships where the man was courting the woman and making all of that, the bitch did what the fuck he said. You do what I say, you're obedient. There is no independent woman. You're dependent on me. I'm here to take care of you. You do what the fuck I say. Bitches nowadays don't do that shit. You can't tell me what to do. This ain't the 50s. I'm not just gonna wash dishes. Well then, bitch, you don't want a traditional relationship.
I don't fully necessarily agree with what you're saying. I think you can have some levels of a traditional relationship, but I think it has to be respectful. You get what I'm saying to you? Like I think, and I'm not caping, but I do get what you're saying. Like, yeah, back then it was that because a lot of times the woman wasn't able to be out to work and do shit of that nature. So you grant it. But a lot of times it's like, even now, it's just like, fuck the money, fuck all that. It's like, where's your sense of communication with your partner, period? If we just all looked at each other as human beings, communication should just be communication, regardless if you got a dick, regardless if you got a pussy. You feel what I'm saying to you?
But everybody don't communicate the same.
And they don't, which is very true. And it has to be a good balance to me. I think you do have to be aware as to what makes your partner tick. Like I should know when you walk through my door if you off or if you're not off.
But if I can sense that you're off and I say, hey babe, you look like you off, what's the matter? And you tell me nothing. I'm walking the fuck away.
Shit is insane to me.
I'm gonna continue doing what the fuck I was doing. If
And
you
then when
don't want to talk about it, and that's the thing, you talk about communication. If I'm sitting here seeing that there's something wrong with you, I can sense it, I can see it, and then I'm approaching you to figure out what it is, and you don't want to communicate what it is to me, then what the fuck are we talking about communication for?
Exactly.
I just tried, you shut it down. Bye, bitch. The fuck?
A part of, but Ray, you should still keep trying to.
Get the fuck out of here.
should
That's
still-
perseverance. That's
You gotta
fuck
persevere.
you.
Yes, you should. I
Fuck
like your
you.
style. I like how you did that. You gotta persevere through that and continuously try to get
Nah,
through
bro,
it.
we
Get through
not
her.
fucking 5. I'm not doing that shit.
I
We
agree
grown.
with you too. I think at some point in the relationship, if you want it to work, there has to be a level of reciprocity in everything. How we
Absolutely.
communicate, how we see each other, all of that. We don't got to
My
be the
thing is
same.
that
We don't got to
reciprocity
agree.
should
None
be
of
there
that.
from the jump.
Jump
If it's
from the
not
rip.
there from the jump, then what the fuck are we doing nowadays? I see the comedian. He was like, "Yo, nowadays, this is how females want niggas to come to them. You got to just automatically walk up to shorty like, yo, what's your cash app, and start sending the bitch bread.
Exactly.
You out your fucking mind.
Out your motherfucking mind. Because my thing is, and I think we said this the last part, and we can move forward. But it's like. It's not like you test, but bitch, if you can't rock with me for the cooked meal or anything like that, you can't rock with me further forward because it's bigger than that for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't need you for nothing, and hopefully you don't need me for nothing. So if we doing this together, you know what I'm saying?
If you can't pay my bills, then
Yeah.
what am I talking to you for?
I don't
Bitch,
wanna
ain't
talk to
your
you.
daddy.
I don't want to talk to you. And the other thing is sometimes they come in with expectations of who the man should be as the looking at the man that they got, taking his strengths and then either trying to build from that collectively. If their goal is to actually try to build with him. Sometimes these bitches just is on the coat. You know what I'm saying? They with you, fuck you, keep it moving. Vice versa too. Niggas do it too. But nah, I just think in all relationships, and it was a good conversation because I think it got to the core of one, yes, as a man, there's things that we should automatically do in society set us up to do, but it don't hurt for a female to be open and communicate about what the fuck they need on the back end of
So
the
at the end of the day, communication is definitely key in all relationships, but it works both ways. It's what's them sliding doors or what they call them back in the old west? The doors slide both
Yeah,
ways.
both
The
ways.
shit goes both ways, bro. If you want the man to be able to communicate and talk to you and tell you